As we head into the 2021 holiday season, many of us might be seeing family we haven't seen in a while. Our children might not be prepared for these events, but don't know how to set and keep boundaries. We spoke with mental health therapist and mom Christina Furnival about teaching this important life skill.
Christina, we are happy you are here on Great Day Washington. You know, the holidays, we're coming back together, but you say now is a good time to really talk to our kids about boundaries. Why is that so important, especially this time of year?
Boundaries are so important because they're our personal superpower and they enable us to have agency and control over our life and our experiences. When the holidays come, it's a very unique time of year where we're put back into our childhood role in our families. We're around extended family that maybe we don't have the same political views with, and then we're still in the middle of the pandemic. So there are going to be a lot of boundaries that we need to set in order to have the holiday and the magical memories that we're hoping for.
Wow. So Christina, how do we start this process with the kids?
There are two main things that parents can do to support their children to learn how to set boundaries. And one of them is to first have a conversation about what boundaries are, how you set them, and how you uphold them. And then from there, the other big thing that we need to do is model boundary setting. And we might not be that practiced in it, or we might be uncomfortable with it, but our children learn so much more from what we do than even what we say. So we need to practice modeling boundaries, and we can even have a conversation with our children about the boundaries that we want to set for the holidays.
And once they kind of understand what that is, how do we understand and help them understand what their comfort zones are? How can we establish that?
So what I like to think about is 3 steps of picture it, frame it, gift it. And so sitting down with your family, your partners and your children and having a conversation about your ideal holiday. What would that look like? And maybe for your kids, you know their specific tendencies or their traits or what they like or what they don't. And so let's say you have a child who's not a big hugger. Having that conversation, you know, how would you like the holiday to go? When we walk in and we see our family, what would you like to have happen? Oh, I don't want aunt or uncle so-and-so to give me a hug. Okay, so that's a boundary that we're gonna set. And the way that we can do that is you either can say, no hugs, but I'll do an elbow or I'll do a knuckles. Or the parent can say, you know, if you're not comfortable, then I can support you and say that in advance. I can gift it in that way. So with the picture it, frame it, gift it, you picture what you want, you come up with this framework, which includes the boundaries, and then you gift that in advance to the family or friends that you're going to spend time with by sharing them and letting them know. And then that gives them time also to process it, to get annoyed about it, and to accept it before you guys come to their home.
That's interesting because you talk about doing it in advance. So as you're getting ready to go to the holiday event, you kind of lay the groundwork for the child. I like that. Now, how do you measure? How do you measure if it's working or measure, you know, are they happy with their decisions on their boundaries?
So a good way to measure it is touching base with yourself. And this is another skill that parents can support their children with, and it's social emotional skills. And it's the ability to recognize and identify what you're feeling and then what you're thinking, and then be able to express those things. So again, in that preparatory conversation, you can be talking with your kids about, okay, if you feel your stomach tightening up, or if you feel your hands go into fists, or you feel your heart beating really fast, that might be a sign that you're not comfortable. And then you can come talk to me and we'll figure it out together.
Such great things, not just for our children, but for us as adults as well.
Thank you, Christina. I figured it out now.
I know. All right, we're all thinking about this. Such great info, Christina. Thank you so very much.
Thank you.